Welcome to this explainer. Today, we're diving straight into the fascinating, kind of hidden science of how your brain literally cleans itself every single night. And more importantly, we're going to look at why the exact position you sleep in plays an absolutely crucial role in keeping your mind sharp.
Okay, let's jump right in. Every night, while you're completely dead to the world, your brain is actually hard at work running this highly coordinated self-cleaning cycle. Without you even noticing it, it's actively rinsing out toxins, clearing out cellular debris, and even flushing out the very proteins that researchers have linked to Alzheimer's disease. It happens every night, like clockwork. But here's the crazy part that almost nobody tells you. This vital cleaning system, it doesn't work the same way in every sleeping position. Actually, one specific position lets your brain clean itself dramatically better than the rest.
So you might be wondering, what is actually happening inside your head? I mean, to understand why the way you lay in bed matters so much, we have to look at what's physically going on inside your skull while you rest. Why would gravity or your posture make any difference at all to an organ that's safely encased in bone?
Well, to answer that, we have to look back at this timeline, because for literally over a century, scientists were completely stumped by this. You see, every other organ in your body has a really clear way to remove waste, right? Your kidneys filter blood, your liver breaks down chemicals, but the brain, the most active, energy-hungry organ in your entire body, it just didn't seem to have any waste removal system at all. No lymphatic vessels, no obvious filters, nothing. It was a massive mystery in neuroscience up until 2012, when researcher Mike Niedergaard at the University of Rochester made a huge breakthrough that changed everything, and that led directly to a pivotal 2015 experiment on sleep position.
All right, let's move to Section 1, the hidden cleaning system, and how we finally solved the century-old mystery. So here's where it gets really interesting. Enter the glymphatic system. Niedergaard discovered that the brain actually does have a waste clearance system. It had been there the whole time. But the catch, and this is a big one, is that it basically only switches on when we are asleep. She called it the glymphatic system because it relies on these specific brain cells called glial cells, and it acts just like the lymphatic system does for the rest of your body. Once we figured out what this system was doing, our entire understanding of what sleep is actually for completely shifted.
Which brings us nicely to Section 2, how the brain washes itself, and the actual mechanics of deep sleep.
So the crucial takeaway here is that this self-cleaning process, it doesn't just run on a loop all night long. It is specifically triggered when you drop into the deep, slow-wave stage of sleep. We're not talking about the dreaming stage here. We're talking deep sleep. When you hit that specific stage, your brain cells physically shrink, and when they do, the space between those cells expands by a whopping 60%. That sudden, massive amount of extra room creates wide-open pathways for cerebrospinal fluid to literally rush right in.
Think of it kind of like this. During the day, your brain is a cramped, packed city. The streets are super tight, traffic is heavy, and waste is just piling up along the curbs as your brain burns through energy. But at night, the buildings literally pull back, the streets widen out, and this massive wave of clean fluid rushes through every single alleyway, washing the day's waste out into drainage channels that carry it away from the brain completely. And I really want to stress here, this isn't just a fun metaphor. This is the literal, physical reality of what is happening inside your head. But what happens when that system gets interrupted? That leads us to Section 3, the Alzheimer's protein connection, and what goes wrong when the system fails.
The biggest target of this nightly brainwash is a protein called amyloid beta. You've probably heard of it. It's the exact same protein that forms the plaques found in the brains of people suffering from Alzheimer's disease. Now, to be totally fair, amyloid beta isn't inherently bad all on its own. Your brain actually produces it completely naturally during your normal everyday activities. The danger isn't that it's there, the danger is when it builds up faster than your glymphatic system can clear it out. And researchers have proven just how incredibly fragile this balance really is. In one pretty famous experiment, they found that missing just a single night of sleep leads to measurably higher levels of amyloid beta in the brain the very next morning. Literally, one single night. If you suffer from short sleep, fragmented sleep, or if you're drinking alcohol before bed, you're missing out on that slow-wave deep sleep. The streets don't widen, the fluid doesn't rush in, and the waste, it just gets left behind. Imagine decades of late nights, untreated snoring, and fragmented rest. That waste just accumulates, meaning sleep quality is probably a massive, totally overlooked factor in our long-term brain health.
This brings us directly to the core of this explainer. Section 4, the sleep position reveal, looking at the 2015 Stony Brook experiment. So researchers from Niedergaard's group teamed up with Dr. Helene Benveniste to test this exact question. does your posture matter? And the results were incredibly clear. Coming in at number 1, the lateral position, so sleeping on your side, produced the absolute most efficient glymphatic clearance. It cleared out the most waste and had the highest fluid flow. Sleeping on your back came in second with moderate efficiency. And sleeping on your stomach, yeah, that was the absolute worst position for brain clearance.
I just love this insight because it suddenly makes so much sense of human behavior. This incredible finding explains why humans, and honestly most mammals, naturally evolved to sleep curled up on their sides. It wasn't just some random preference. It was a literal evolutionary masterstroke for brain maintenance. Just like the quote says, our bodies seem to have figured out, way before our conscious minds did, that the lateral position is simply the most mechanically efficient way for the brain to run its overnight cleaning cycle.
All right, so knowing all of this cutting-edge neuroscience, what do we do with it? Here is Section 5, your action plan for optimizing your brain's night shift.
It really boils down to 3 very practical steps. Step 1, try to train yourself to sleep on your side. Either side works great for clearing your brain, though the left side does give you a few extra bonus points for digestion and heart health. Step 2, fiercely protect your deep sleep. Remember, this whole system only runs during slow-wave sleep. You need a cool, dark, consistent environment. Put the phone away, skip the heavy late-night meals, and for sure, cut out alcohol within 3 hours of bedtime, because it absolutely wrecks your deep sleep cycle. And finally, step 3, take snoring seriously. If you snore loudly or wake up gasping, please get checked for sleep apnea. It fragments your deep sleep more than almost anything else, completely sabotaging your brain's ability to clear out the trash.
Look, this isn't about turning your bedroom into some stressful science lab. Your brain is brilliantly built to take care of itself. It just needs you to set up the right conditions. For most of human history, we kind of just thought sleep was downtime. Hours where nothing important was really happening. But as we've seen in this explainer, it is a highly active, incredibly carefully orchestrated maintenance cycle that is quietly shaping your long-term cognitive health. So tonight, when you settle into bed, roll over onto your side, let the room go completely dark, and ask yourself, are you giving your mind the environment it needs to thrive? Because while you sleep, the most important work of your day is really just beginning. Thanks so much for joining me on this explainer, and here's to a fantastic night of deep sleep.